Got a couple of cool time lapses for you today. Hello Tarantula lovers, I'm Alex and welcome back to Tarantula Haven. Today I've got two pretty cool time lapses for you. There's been quite a bit happening in the Tarantula Haven. It's just that a lot of it has been things that I've been having to record over a long period of time, and I can't really put out a video until it's completed. So that's kind of slowed me down as far as putting videos out. Not to mention my school schedule has been absolutely killing me. If you know, I'm back in science and I'm having to teach a whole new curriculum. I'm having to come up with a whole bunch of new stuff, including tests and grading papers, things that I didn't used to do when I was teaching computer science and photography. So it has just been absolutely eating my time. So I'm trying to work on my schedule as best as possible to divide my time as best as I can between school, my professional job, and this. And of course, that earns me the most money, and that is what I have to focus on first. So I'm sorry for not putting things out as frequently as I wish I could. The first half of this video is my OBT making her egg sac, and I had to record this in time lapse because a lot of it was going on while I was asleep and some of it was going on while I was at work. So the best thing for me to do was just to set my camera on time lapse and just record whatever I could. So the angles are not exactly the best. Fortunately, toward the end, I was home. It happened over the weekend and I was able to record some of it in real time, but it's just so foggy in there with all of the webbing and everything. So the video is not the best, but here it is. Enjoy that. I decided to breed my OBT. I'd gotten a female from Nature's Exquisite Creatures a few years ago, and I had gotten some OBTs from Fear Not Tarantulas, and one of them matured male, so I decided to give it a shot. It was an easy pairing. If you want to see that, that was on my video on how to breed tarantulas, but she was getting pretty big in size, so I knew she was getting ready to drop. Plus, she started getting very restless and really webbing up the entire enclosure. The entire process took about a week. I would set my camera on time lapse at night when I went to bed, and in the morning I would continue recording when I went to work, just to see if I can capture her making her egg sac. It didn't give me the best angle that I would choose, but it was the best I could do given the circumstances. She would spend the entire time going around the enclosure, laying down web everywhere until she finally picked a spot that she found was suitable for her egg sac. It seemed that she had finally chosen her spot, and it seemed like she was laying down the web very heavily to make a mat, and I thought that she was going to lay her egg sac right there. But next thing I know, she was destroying it, and she moved to a different location where she would finally make her egg sac. Finally, she settled on a spot and began to deposit her eggs. You can see her abdomen shrinking as she deposits those little golden eggs onto the web mat. I'm sorry it's so blurry, but it was the best I could do shooting through all the webbing that she had put down. And there's her egg sac in the corner where she chose to put them. Watch for an update in about a month and we'll see if we have baby OBTs. That was pretty cool getting to experience that. That was my first time actually watching a tarantula lay her eggs other than on someone else's video, and it was a pretty interesting experience. I wish I could have gotten a lot better footage of it because it was just so webbed up. It was hard to see through all that webbing. Hopefully with another tarantula, I'll be able to get some better footage sometime in the future. But that was the best I could do. You know, OBTs, they web up everything. I feel a little crazy for having bred my OBT, but the opportunity presented itself, so I figured I'd give it a shot. The next half of this video is my Xenesthis intermedia molting. I love a good molting video. I like to see how they undulate and how they come out of their exoskeletons and everything. And yeah, so the Xenesthis is a kind of a special one to me because I was really lucky to have gotten this one. So I really wanted to see, I'm anxious to see its colors because they are very brilliant in their coloration, and every time it molts, it gets a little bit more colorful. So check it out, the Xenesthis intermedia. This specimen came to me from Fear Not Tarantulas during one of their mystery box events, and I was very fortunate to get it because they sold out very, very fast. I'm really looking forward to see what it looks like after the molt because this is a very colorful species, and with every molt it seems like they gain a little bit more color, so I'm really looking forward to see what that looks like at the end. As I was getting some close-up footage of the tarantula, especially the little tarsal claws, I like looking at those, I noticed something that was new to me, and it may not necessarily be new to anybody else, but I noticed that on the two rear legs, they have some spines, and these little spines are sticking out, and they look like they're pretty sharp. So I'm wondering if this is another line of defense that they may have. I know that Megaphobema robustum is known for having these, and they have that weird thing that they do with the cartwheel, so maybe these guys possess it as well. And I'm not entirely sure if this is the same thing, but I was handling my curly hair tarantula one time, and I could have sworn it spined me with something. It poked me, and it kind of made me jump because I thought maybe it was trying to bite me, but it was the leg that got me, and they're so fuzzy I couldn't really see anything. But I'd like to take a closer look to see if maybe they have spines as well, because it felt like it did it on purpose, and it stung a little bit, enough to make me flinch and think that I was getting bitten. So I wonder if this is a more common thing with different species of tarantula. And there it is. You see those little splashes of pink right there on the carapace. Some beautiful colors coming in. And I guess unfortunately, I was able to sex the molt, and this is a little male. I'm not entirely too disappointed about it because the males tend to get the best colors, so this will give me an opportunity to get some good photographs of a very beautiful male when he grows up, and hopefully I'll be able to send him off to breed and maybe get something in return. Isn't he beautiful? Those colors that are coming out. I'm a little bit sad that it turned out to be a male, but that's okay because the Xenesthis species, especially the males, just put on some brilliant, brilliant coloration. A while back, that was one of my dream tarantulas, was to get a Xenesthis species blue. I haven't gotten that one yet, but I had the opportunity to get the intermedia, and I'm perfectly happy with that. But, you know, it's kind of cool that it is a male because they are the most brilliant colored, and that'll give me an opportunity to record stuff as he gets older and get pictures of him, and then I can send him off to breed when he matures. So I'm not entirely sad about that. And before I go, I want to let you know that I have some really cool stuff coming up next week, so make sure you check that out. And if you are looking for some quality tarantulas, make sure you check out Nature's Exquisite Creatures and Fear Not Tarantulas. I'll post a link down below in the description for them so you can check them out. And that does it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you want to support this channel, I have a Teespring store where I sell Tarantula Haven merchandise. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters, and special thank you to my newest patron, David Shook. And if you would like to become a Patreon yourself, there's a link down below in the description, as well as all the others. Until next time, keep loving them tarantulas.